All right, for your final immunity challenge, and for a guaranteed spot in the final 3, going up against a jury in final tribal council, this game is called the ball drop. You guys have 2 handles in front of you and a marble balancing on a wooden pole. You're gonna take your 2 handles and you're gonna press them into the wooden pole and you're gonna lift it up. All you gotta do is keep that marble where it is. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, everybody's up. This challenge is on. You guys are going for 3 minutes. Everybody's steady so far. Alright, we are 1 minute into this challenge.
Oh shit.
2 minutes left in this round. Julian drops. We are down to 3. Two minutes in, 1 minute left. Johnny drops. We are down to 2. Seconds. At the end of this round, you can drop your marble. It does not matter. All right, drop them down. This does not have to be a smooth transition. Just place them down. Nice and easy on the transition. You guys can start whenever you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both players are up. We are back on. John shaking just a little bit. Matt is still as a statue. You guys have fought all weekend long to get to this point. All you gotta do is keep that marble where it is, and you will make it as far as you can possibly go in this game. We are 1 minute in, 1 minute left. John drops. Matt wins immunity, and he is going to the final 3.
Good job, sir.
Congrats.
Good job, Matt.
Good job, boys.
Good job, guys.
Give me every fucking piece, I'll get it.
That's so hard. In the past, you guys would have to talk and go to one more tribal council where you vote somebody off. This season, it's going to be a little bit different. Matt, not only have you won immunity and you are going straight to the final 3, but you get to choose one person to go with you. The other 2 are going to compete head-to-head in a showdown where the winner will take the last spot and the loser will be eliminated. I'll give you 5 minutes to think about who you want that to be. The showdown and its contents will remain a mystery.
So I think we should go to the final three, obviously, because we've had no one else going the entire time. But for your personal odds, I think you probably have a better chance of taking me just because Julian's got that, pistachio tribe, whatever they're called, in the jury, you know what I mean? So I think if we took him, it would definitely weigh against you. And you also got Johnny, who's played now 2 immunity idols, who definitely has a really good resume going right now. He even got taken from the other tribe too, so he had to be separated individually on his own. So I think he's really got a good resume going right now. So I think logically for you, it would make more sense if I went with you.
First of all, let's make it a spectacle. Let's have those boys play each other. We've been tight through this whole thing, stayed consistent, always had our thing. I'm not going to sell myself because I'm not a salesman. That's not what I do. I'm just a honest, straightforward guy, and let's make a spectacle out of that last game.
So I'm going to be totally honest with all of you guys. John Daly just said that he thinks I should choose him because his main reason was talking about resumes. His thing about you was that you were on the other tribe initially. So a lot of the people who made it past the merge who are voting are from your tribe. So they could just stick with their original tribe because they don't like us.
And I dropped all of them as soon as we got to individual stuff. For you,
Yeah.
So.
And then his other point was that because you did that, that's a good resume builder for you.
Is it that I burned bridges with those folks? I don't know. Obviously, the choice is up to you. I haven't won anything. I haven't gone anywhere. I've sort of just been great. I'm not great at the individual challenges. We were really good through now. And like I said, I was telling you earlier, I'll bite a bullet for you that you ended up winning, and you did. So good job.
Congratulations on the win. That was awesome, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna beg or anything like that. It's your decision.
So what is your ideal final three? Out of the 4 people left right now.
John Daly, final 3. I think at this point, I'm really afraid of all the Green Tribe members. There's more Green Tribe members on the jury than Lamprey members. I think it would be best for Blue Tribes to have 3, because if the whole jury is green, some of them might just vote green just because.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right. I need a couple minutes to think.
All right. Matt, you have a big decision to make here. You are taking one person with you to the final 3. The other 2 will compete in this head-to-head showdown. Who's your pick?
This was an extremely difficult decision. I brought each of them over to talk 1v1. I've had an alliance with each of them for a long time. If any of them weren't here, I also wouldn't be here. So this is very, very difficult for me to do. And since it's so difficult, the fairest thing I can think of is to do similar to what Johnny just did for John at the last vote. I had an immunity idol and I gave it to Johnny when he got taken from our house, and he did not use it while he was at this tribe, and then there was no requirement for him to give it back to me, but he did, and I played it and it saved me right after the merge. So for that reason, I'm choosing Johnny.
All right. So Matt and Johnny are the first 2 people in our final 3. You guys can step over to the other side. John and Julian, you guys will be going head-to-head. Winner will join the final 3. The loser will take our last seat in the jury. For our challenge, you're going to pull a rope towards you. At certain intervals, there are knots in the rope. Once you get to the set of chopsticks, you're going to untie the 4 knots that they're bundled into. You're then going to use the chopsticks to pull a message out of this bottle. On the note is 3 numbers. You're going to use those 3 numbers to unlock the lock on this box. There are 4 wooden tiles, each with a letter on it, beginning the spelled final 3. There is also a key in there. There are 2 locks at the end that spell the rest of the phrase final 3. Once you use the key to unlock those last 2 tiles, you're going to spell final 3 on your cinder block. First person to spell final 3 gets to go to the final 3. All right, let's get to it. Survivors ready? Go! Both players working on their first knock. John's got it, Julian's struggling a little bit. Both have their second knock. Julian got his third knock, so does John. John's on behind, but now he's on his chopsticks. And he's got it. Julian's gonna start working on his bottle.
I think that was my last shot.
That's your last knot.
Yep.
John's working on his bottle. Tensions are high. Stay calm. The more you struggle, the more you get frustrated, the tougher it will be. Julian's got it. He's gonna have to try a random order to get this lock off. And John's got his. First try. Julian gets it on his first try. He can rip off that handle. Julian's got one tile. John's still working on his lock. Julian's got his second tile. John's got his left. This is coming down to the wire. Julian's got all 4 tiles. And Julian's got his key. John's got all 4 tiles. And he's got his key. Julian's got his first lock. He's going for his key. Julian's got everything now. All Julian has to do is spell final 3, and that's where he's headed. And he's got it! Julian takes the final spot. The final tribal. We have our final 3, Julian, Matt, and Johnny. Here's how this is gonna work. We have 8 jury members. You guys are gonna give your opening speeches, then they're gonna each ask a question, you're gonna give a closing statement, and then they're gonna go ahead and vote for the winner. So Julian, start us off.
I know some of you guys better than others. Some of you guys I met for the first time here, and we had really good bonds, really good alliances. I was never the top dog in anything at all. I never won a challenge. In the team challenges, I did well. I never led. I never, fell to the end. But the most important thing was each and every one of you somehow benefited from me being here. Whether it's getting steak or vegetables or saving your ass from a hard vote, something. You all had some part to play in my story and yours.
All right, so as you guys might remember, when we chose buffs for the teams, I got a red one. So I just couldn't play volleyball in the first challenge. I just had to drive straight up here. And that is when Jimmy gave me the immunity idol. So I held on to that for a long time. I was chosen to join Lamprey Tribe, and I felt like I was an asset from the very beginning. I competed really hard. I was good at the team challenges. I helped carry us. I felt like I kind of led our team. And last night, when we lost the challenge, the Flip Cup, we were walking back. Everyone was kind of freaking out because we knew one of us was going to come join your tribe, and we didn't want to break that up. So as everyone's freaking out, I said, guys, whoever goes to that tribe can take my immunity idol, and then you play it so that we take out someone else who's not you. I'm giving you this to protect you, regardless of who they choose. And that's what my game, I think, was about, was loyalty and just teamwork.
As Matt mentioned, I was chosen to leave my Lamprey tribe to the other tribe, going into a new tribe, which I didn't know if I was going to be eliminated right away, of kind of what that goal, what the motive was. Matt did give me his immunity idol, and fortunately, I was not able to play it. Fortunately, we were able to then dominate in challenges and make it further into the game where the idol was not needed to be used, and I was able to return it to Matt in order to save him, one of the first votes after the merge. And also, I guess my big overarching play of Survivor, it's outplay, outwit, and outlast. Outlast, we're here at the final 3. Outplay, I won 2 individual immunity challenges, and outwit,
throughout the duration of the game, I had 3 idols in my possession, and were able to utilize those in the most advantageous way to keep not only myself, but my alliance alive.
Gentlemen, congratulations. You 3 have done what none of us could do. You made it here. I commend you. But from each of you, I want to know what your lowest point in this game was and how you made it through that to get to where you are today.
There were definitely a couple low points. I think probably somewhere going into the merge, I definitely felt like there was a strong possibility that I'd get out. And then the tie that I had and making it through that tie was definitely a tough point. Nothing I could do to, personally get out of that, but perseverance is important. It's like a skill to have in life in general outside of this. So mental perseverance is the name of the game, and just keeping going after that and staying strong.
So I think my first low in the game, which definitely didn't feel the best, was when we lost Flip Cup and you guys selected me to come over to your tribe. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I felt very unknowing, didn't really know how it was all going to pan out.
My first one, pretty clear, I kind of mentioned it. Just, I wasn't on a team initially. Everyone else drove up in cars together. You got to talk strategy, kind of just bond a little bit because not everyone knew everyone. I had to drive up alone. We showed up to the second challenge, my first challenge out of the river. I didn't know what team was going on. I still had the red bandana buff on. Had to fight my way back just to be like, okay, I know I'm the new guy, but like, please don't just vote me out just because of that. And then the other low point I would say was when we today were consistently losing challenges and losing challenges and losing challenges and having to vote our own team out. And then we came to the merge at a significant detriment. We had several fewer players, 3 less players, and then we still were able to pull it together. And then we eventually asserted the numbers dominance and won that first crucial vote.
So Survivor is a game of decision making and savvy, and I think that a lot of times in Survivor, a lot of players benefit from certain players' decision making or certain players' savvy moves. For each of you, what you think your most savvy move was, or what your biggest decision is that you made yourself, and how it really affected the game.
Probably the most impactful thing for me is, befriending these gentlemen, and unfortunately, Kevin taking me out. That was definitely a hard choice, and there was a little bit of a mental struggle behind the scenes. That was a pretty tough decision. It could have gone one of many ways, but it happened, and I'm just glad I'm here.
I think my most influential decision was to publicly announce to my team as we were walking out of your driveway, guys, I have an immunity idol. I haven't told anyone about this, because that locked us in as, all right, we are a team. And then Kevin shared his advantage with the group too, and we were just open from there on out. And then if you look at how the rest of the game progressed, we were all in it to the very end until we didn't have another option.
I think the most savvy play I used was giving the idol back to Matt. I would have done it anyways. That's kind of the game that we played, but he could have pulled a Russell Hantz kind of game of thinking for yourself. But I think we really worked as a team and used the idol as the Lamprey tribe to then take control of the game post-merge. That's the most critical vote of the game. As you can see, the green tribe then was getting picked off one by one, and it could have been the opposite if that pivotal move was not made.
My question is specifically for Julian. Do you think being a rookie should make us vote for you?
No, not at all. I mean, it's definitely going to. It's going to be something you're going to think about, but I think the important thing should be the, shotgunning beers or owning a hot dog challenge or, having an alliance with you. And I'm not going to lie, I like the fact that being a rookie is on my resume, but, we're all players.
When I ask my questions, don't give me a story. Give me straight up, plain and simple. Johnny, you've already won. Why do you deserve it over these two who haven't won yet? Why should they not feel the joy that you've gotten from winning?
Grit. I've grinded the Survivor longer than I have done any other Survivor. A lot harder than I've done anything else. I've ran around. I know this campground in the back of my hand now, of all the nooks and crannies. I've searched for immunity idols. So I'd say Grit. Like that, I want it more.
Julian, what makes you more deserving than them? You may be a rookie, but that's not enough to get you the win. Why do you deserve it more?
Humility and friendliness. Everybody has, their strong points. I'm just generally a good guy, and I tell it to you straight.
Matt, you got the red buff. You fought your way, and you were loyal. Why do you deserve it?
Leadership. I was leading our team alongside with Kevin for a while, to the point where Johnny believed in us, my leadership, enough to leave this house and after the merge immediately meet back up with us. And I got Julian on our side so we would have numbers after the merge.
Matt, as far as I'm aware, this is your first time in your Survivor history making it to the Final 3. Why should this be your year?
I would say a similar answer to that. The leadership, just the way I played with getting the immunity idol, fighting my way back from the bottom, not being on a team, to leading my team to success even though we were down numbers going into the merge, as well as performing very well in the team challenges, and most importantly, performing well at the most important part of the game, winning that last individual challenge.
All right, guys.
Sorry, I did not.
Congrats. I would have loved to have been there. So, hey, you guys beat me fair and square, nothing about it. So, you guys definitely outlasted me. You guys definitely outwitted me. Don't think you guys outplayed me. I would argue that I had the first and last say of every single jury member that's here. I think I made the initial command and I wrapped up the last command. So I want you guys to tell me, how did you outplay me? I also want you to tell me, who did you put on the jury other than me and John Daly without any of my executive decision making?
Well, to be quite honest, it could have been you here. It absolutely could have, and you played better than I did. So,
I'm not asking you guys to suck up to me or anything like that.
Oh, I'm not.
I just want you.
being
I
honest.
want someone to say like, I played a pretty cutthroat game here.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I didn't.
Who was the
I
most
didn't play a
cutthroat?
cutthroat game. I didn't. I made friends.
I'd
and
say the
that's it.
biggest play you guys made was just getting me out. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, all three of you did that.
So I think that's a bit of an unfair question because of how I've been explaining everything. Is we were mostly a team. So there was no decision that you initiated that other people weren't also thinking of and then were the sole advocate for that ended up happening. Everyone tosses out ideas and we came to a consensus every time. And then in addition to that, outplaying you is Johnny and John offered me a decision when the round we voted you out, saying, hey, we're thinking Kevin, we're thinking you, what are you thinking? And then he settled on, we're going with Kevin.
Not me or John. I don't want to hear about me or John. I want to hear before that. Well, you're kind of just explaining like how you got me out. All three of you got me out. You all shared that. I want to know what you guys did on your own.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk straight gameplay with games and stuff, team challenges, I feel like I did the first one, cornhole. I didn't have much time to do it, but I shot 8 bags. I made 4 of them in the slot. Played pretty well. It took you guys a long time to get those things untied. Ultimate Frisbee, I feel like I was really leading our team and the only one who had a strategy and a gameplay.
So all events we lost. That's what you're saying.
I united our tribe into not just random people on a team, but we are a tribe by expressing to everyone I had the immunity idol and offering it to whoever was there. You had an advantage in your pocket that you did not announce. I had an immunity back at the house that I did announce. And that really solidified our team. If I didn't do that, I don't think the game would have shaken out the same way.
I think the biggest overcome of how I was able to navigate through it was getting you out. I knew it was on the chopping block, and I rallied the troops. I had a hidden immunity idol in my back pocket, but what guaranteed me you out of the game was winning individual immunity and also having a hidden immunity idol in my pocket to then sway other voters or protect who I needed to protect.
To be honest, I know Kevin was a little harsh on you guys, but I'm
going to be almost just as harsh. None of you guys have really convinced me to vote, and it's been like 4 people. Because completely honestly, I think the middle part of the game was kind of easy for a lot of you guys. Like, after we merged, it was like you guys had a lot of the numbers, and it was basically like cut off part of our tribe. I want to hear from all of you guys under 20 seconds. Your most savage move, like, this is why I'm here, this is why I deserve to win, other than news to you guys. Whoever can accomplish that better than the other 2 is getting my vote.
Most savage move, slamming hot dogs like a madman. And again, all of you had an opportunity because of me at some point.
Not being on a team and then working my way onto one and going to the top, using the immunity idol, even though the plan was to me use it for somebody else, I deflected it. If I had gotten voted out, our team would have been in the same position as yours. We would have lost winning that last challenge.
Down here. Successfully using a hidden immunity idol and also winning individual immunity challenge at 5 to secure my place up uncertain and voting off the biggest threat of the game.
So far, all the questions have centered around what you guys have done. I want to dig a little deeper here. I want you guys to get a little mean, all right? So I want you to explain why each of the other 2 contestants here in the final 3 do not deserve to win.
Starting off with Johnny, quite frankly, it's the easiest. He already won, and to be quite honest, he's probably the best friend with the most of you, and that's almost an unfair advantage to a certain point. And unfortunately, my cohort over here to the left, he did start off really weak and built his way through. But you can talk a lot about being a leader, but at some points, Kevin was just the man.
I would say for Julian, we're boys now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always and forever. But that was our plan. I brought him up specifically based on stuff I had heard a couple days before when we were in our tribe, saying, okay, Julian is probably on the outskirts of their tribe, so like I looped him in to kind of be like, just vote in my block. And then for Johnny, I beat him in the last thing, and like who knows if he would have won the last challenge between the one head-to-head. He's sitting here because I grabbed him and said, come sit with me.
So I think Julian, like, which he kind of admitted was he didn't really play, he didn't win any individual immunity challenges. And for Matt, I love him to death. He saved me, I saved him. I think in that sense it was maybe playing in Kevin's shadows at times, but also like giving respect to giving credit where credit's due for the decisions. But obviously it's pretty evident that Kevin was the head hog.
Okay, well, thank you guys. Good luck to all of you. Whoever wins, you deserve it.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Who deserves it the most? Going into the final tribal, I really had no idea who I was going to vote for. It was really up in the air.
I think all 3 of them played really well in this Survivor.
It was very difficult.
Here it is, my final vote.
Good luck, boys.
For one last time, I will read the votes. This time, you want to see your name written down. First vote, Julian. Second vote, Matt. That's 1 vote Julian, 1 vote Matt. Third vote, Matt. That's 2 Matt, 1 Julian. Fourth vote, Matt. That's 3 Matt, 1 Julian. Fifth vote, Matt. It's 4 Matt, 1 Julian. With the 6th vote, and the winner of Survivor Season 5, Redemption Island, Matt Powell.
Thank you guys.
Congrats. Matt, congratulations.
Great game. Love you guys.
Dude, that one vote, yeah, I agree. That one vote decided the game, too.
No, that was good.
How does it feel to win New
It was
Hampshire
great.
Survivor?
I'd like to thank my parents, and my family for this opportunity, for making me who I am, and James for real thanks. Jimmy, you're a fucking man. This is the best weekend ever, and not just everyone here involved in the game appreciated it. Every single person who passed and who just stayed on this campground and saw us loved this. People said that they want to pay you to have set stuff up like this for their children. This was incredible. Thanks, Nick. Professional cameraman back here, just chilling all day. To everyone involved, this is, I'm exhausted, so I'm not as energetic and excited, but this feels very good. I'm very happy.
I'm going with Matt. I think you made the best case in Final Tribal, to be honest. I think it came down to you and Johnny. No respect to Julian, who played a solid game. But you did start from the bottom, missed out on a lot of networking. Definitely were the 1B to Kev, but in a way it made you less of a threat, I guess, down the line, and people weren't looking to vote you out as much. And then you secured it with the final victory, which is huge, which I think gives you the edge. Congrats.
You had my vote the whole game. I knew if it came down to it, I would have picked you. You're my closest ally. We worked together the whole time. We strategized the whole time. But on that final 3, when you couldn't tell me what you did to change the game, your closest ally, I knew everything about you. I just wanted you to look me right in the face and tell me why you deserved to win. You were honestly speechless and you were scrambling. And that's why it's going to Julian.
Julian, I feel like we had a good bond through this whole game. I feel like you've played, honestly, a pretty good low-key game. Matt, you played a great game. You were able to touch upon everything. Like, you stayed loyal. You won challenges. You used an idol. You were on the opposite side of where any person would want to be to start this game. And Johnny, you also played a great game. You were on the majority pretty much this whole time. Your team honestly kind of sucked to start, and you guys somehow figured it out, and that definitely took some blame on our tribe. Honestly, probably should have cut you guys off one by one, but we didn't execute that well. With that being said, I don't know if I can vote for you, Johnny. In terms of Redemption Island, it really has to come down to how you redeem yourself and how you take advantage of opportunities. And for that reason, I am not voting for you, Johnny. I'm sorry, I love you. I voted for you before to win, but this time is not the case. Julian, you didn't do much in the game. You didn't win any individual challenges. You kind of just said the mentality of, if it's not me, then I'm fine with that vote. Something I forgot to mention, you didn't even say anything to me that you were gonna vote for me in the final. We voted together this entire game, and then randomly you just didn't vote for me, and you just said screw it. Like, I slept in the same room with you. I cooked some fucking steaks with you, man. And for that, I have to give it to Matt. You really did touch upon every part of this game. You did hit the points. You did play how an actual survivor would win. So Matt, cheers to you, man. You deserve this one.
I am voting for Matthew Powell. For a few reasons, and honestly, I'll give him. I think Matt played the strongest game out of all 3. Personally, I think Julian kind of got carried there. I mean, I wanted to take Julian to the final 2. If I made it, I was final 4 out. And if I made it, I just thought I'd have a stronger resume against him too. Matt was one of the people who I didn't want to be there, so it just makes sense for me to vote for him because he does have a wicked strong resume. I mean, he was leading stuff at our tribe the entire time. Showed again. Matt, I really think you deserve this vote. You played a good game, and kudos to you. Good luck. Hope this vote goes in your favor.
I thought you made the best case, Matt. Julian kind of relied on him being everybody's friend, and Johnny made a great case too, but he's already won. Not that that counts so much against him, but if I'm keeping score, Matt, I think you played the best game. You got me out. I wish I could be more mad at you about it, but I respect the game.
Matt, you got my vote. Plain and simple. Kudos. Welcome to the winning side. I gave you a smiley face, but it's a little like fuck. It's a little messed up. I hope you know it's a happy face and not like a demented, terrifying thing.
Alright, so I'm gonna preface this with this is an extremely difficult decision. Julian, I think you played a great game. I'm really proud of you as a rookie for coming here. Not only like joining a group of guys you kind of know, but like making it so far. I think that's amazing. Matt Powell, dude, like you've been playing the game since the beginning. Literally, you came just like I did late. You were not a part of a team. You pulled through, you grouped your team together, and the loyalty you showed to your team in this game was amazing, and the fact that they rewarded you back for it, even better. Johnny Mooney, I love you so much. You've played a great game. You've won challenges. You've kept yourself in it. Like, this is not easy for me, which is why I think this is coming out of left field. I don't think he would expect this at all. Matt Powell, you got my vote, kid. True to the blue, baby. Like, you fucked me for it, but I'm actually really proud of you for that.
One definitely stands out of the three in the finals. Personally, I think that Julian, he did, he made it to the final three. He was a rookie and all, but, I feel like he just didn't do enough for him to secure my vote to win. Johnny, kind of the same thing. Even though he was a past winner, he's done it before, I feel like, he kind of skated by a little bit. I mean, he did get, voted off to the other tribe. That was some adversity. But, our tribe, the Lamprey tribe, did gift him the immunity idol, but he didn't even have to use it. They won 5 challenges straight, So that brings me to the last person, Matt Powell. I got you winning. In quote-unquote original Lamprey tribe member, we were in an alliance for more than the first half of the game. You were very loyal to me, and I think you just played an all-around great game. Physical events you did very well in. Even some of the mental challenges you did very well. And not only just physically and in the challenge-wise, but strategy-wise, I think you really spearheaded a lot of the operations that we did as a Lamprey tribe. Even though I know, it was said that Kevin was spearheading a lot, but I think you were the second in command, but maybe even first a lot of the time. And not only that, but you won the final immunity challenge to secure your spot in the top 3, and you made a very valiant choice to bring Johnny with you. So, Matt, I think you, out of the 3 that were there, you played the best game, and you deserve to win Season 5 of Survivor.